I need a 30 for 30 to show that I'm different like Jordan and Pippen, you bitch. I need a 30 for 30 like Jalen and Webber. Nobody gon' fuck with my clique. I need a 30 for 30. I'm sure my brother's gonna enjoy this topic right here. Their San Francisco 49ers completely and utterly dominated the New England Patriots.
Beat the sleeves off them.
To the point where some people starting to trash Bill Belichick. They starting to trash Cam Newton. We'll talk about Brady a little later. But can't get around it. 49ers were utterly dominant. And on this show, we had a segment last week, maybe a couple weeks ago, where we asked, do the 49ers have a Super Bowl hangover? I think that was a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, it was a couple weeks ago.
Because that boy Ray.
Right.
Shout out to Ray. That boy Ray kind of got at you, Joe. So Ray, Joe, what would you say to the Rays of the world right now?
They looking stupid right now. Nah, but listen, that was an annihilation. Like, it's not like we threw the ball, although they count the shotgun pass and you flip it forward to the wide receiver, they count that as a pass.
Yeah.
We basically just ran over that team, man. Mm-hmm. We basically ran the ball. Our fourth-string running back had two TDs in the first half, 3 total for the game. Man, I kind of hate that for – I'm happy the Niners won. Mm-hmm. I hate that for Cam because people acting like, although they did have a week to prepare, this guy did just recently get released for the whole COVID. Mm-hmm. The team wasn't really practicing like, the normal practice. They were doing team meetings. And I'm not even sure if they still were doing team meetings right now or not. But, give the man some slack because Cam was balling before the whole COVID thing. I knew people was going to turn this into Tom Brady deserves more credit for the Super Bowls than Bill Belichick, as if it wasn't Bill who drafted Tom.
Good point.
But to speak for my Niners, I'm glad we was able to bounce back because, honestly, the way the Cowboys fans were feeling, when we lost to the Miami Dolphins the way we did, I was feeling that exact same way. Mm-hmm. But to bounce back, and now you got people basically saying because we got the 4th best record in the West right now, although we only a game back, but people got the 4th best team in the NFC West would be top in other divisions. You know what I mean? So, man, big win for us. Hopefully we can continue this. If we could beat the Seahawks next week, that means that put them another game closer to us. They'll only be 1 game up. And, man, we could be back in this thing if we can just stay healthy.
All right, of course I know you picking your team next week, but what do you think y'all need to do to get that win over Russ and the Seahawks next week?
We cannot let Russ convert 3rd and short all game. We gotta have stops. We gotta have stops. Because honestly, for our 4th best running back to run the ball the way he did, I don't know if it's anybody that can stop our run game. We just got to get the ball.
Yeah, I was looking it up. Once again, I think y'all were number 2 in the league last year in rushing yards. Y'all are number 5 right now. Yeah. So,
and I can't.
Y'all gonna run that ball.
I can't stress enough. We talking about the 4th. Hasty is our 5th running back. We're down Mostert, Tico. Where Jarek, he's there, but I don't know. He kind of disappeared. I'm not sure what that's about.
These guys gonna be coming back this year? They out for the season? What's up?
I don't know. Coleman been out a minute now. Mostert just hurt himself the game before. He's on IR, so he got to miss at least 3 games. Yeah. The way they got it now.
I think it's 3.
But it looks like we just plug in somebody. Hey, if you drive trucks, come on down, get you 100 yards rushing.
The 101st yard's free.
Hey, this is a Shanahan. Y'all remember back in his daddy's Denver Broncos scheme.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that zone blocking, hell, whoever get behind that motherfucker gonna get 1,000. T, what you think about your boys, man, taking down them Patriots like that? Yo, you are the one who dubbed Bill Belichick the hooded genius long time ago now.
He is the hooded genius. But he's liable to be making his way on out the door. He better start adapting.
Hey, what? Hold.
Give him a full screen.
Let me explain.
Give him a full screen, Will.
Okay. Talk to us. Talk to us.
You gotta adapt. Okay. And they made some points today. I was listening to some stuff on TV, ESPN, everybody. They made some points about the things that Brady could do versus what Cam could do. And it goes to say that's true. Brady has a really quick release. Cam does not have the quickest release.
Right.
The talent that is on the field is virtually the same talent that Brady had last year.
That's true.
And the struggles are still there. And then
not the defense though, because Brady had the number one defense in the league.
Been the defense, obviously, from last week.
Brady had the number one defense in the league last year and the defensive player of the year.
Yeah, but you know what? But you know what though? You know why? You know why they had number one defense? Is because of the division they played in. They're playing in that now is upgrading. Okay, the Bills and the Dolphins. If people haven't noticed, they're playing ball now. This is not the old rollover Bills and Dolphins that you used to seeing. Like the Dolphins are saying, we want to win this division. We have the things that it takes. We have the pieces it takes to win the division. Bill hasn't adapted. And you look at their draft picks over the years. You look at what they've done. He has been very, very good with what he has been able to go out and acquire as talent. Edelman, Gronk, you can name all the backs that he's had over the years. James White has been really great. I'm trying to think of another back's name.
Burkhead.
Burkhead, which was a Bengal, but he figured out how to use him effectively. Guy like LeGarrette Blount,
Sony
Michel, which he has been a disappointment more or less. But he's always been able to be the guy that has taken the underdog and made him great. But now you're in a league where you've got to get a little bit more dynamic, and you've got to get more dynamic at the skill position. You've got to get more dynamic with just your play calling and things of that sort. You are not going to be able to 4-yard and cloud of dust people and control time of possession. You're not doing that anymore. And his defense this year, a lot of his defensive guys this year, and he had to know this, weren't showing up to work because of COVID. Right. So
now, can you put that on Bill? Because that's unexpected.
Here's my thing. I know those things are unexpected, but you had to know that your receiver core was not good last year. He has not changed it. He hasn't done anything to upgrade the receiving core. So whichever quarterback that he was gonna have, if Cam wasn't even on the table, and you had Jared Stidham and Brian Hoyer, they need somebody to throw to.
Right.
So they hadn't gotten anybody. They haven't done anything. And you had to know that the Bills were coming over there in that division. And you damn sure had to know Miami was coming because one of your guys that was under you is in that division, and he is doing everything to get that team up to play. They're coming. You had to know these guys are coming, and you ain't done anything to at least say, look, I got this athlete out here that you got to deal with nightly, this ball player out here. And maybe that's just not Belichick's MO. Maybe he's just one of them guys that seeks, and we've talked about this before on other shows where, the Patriots, they seek out the real heady guy, the real smart guy, the guys that are very, very intellectual and intelligent. They understand.
He won't guys that finish their degree.
I get that.
I think I read that somewhere.
I get that. But you know what Bill needs to do? He needs to be an equal opportunity employer. Because there's just some guys out there that will run the route. They know football. They may not be the smartest guy in the world, but they know how to run that route.
He don't want to have to pay him is what it is.
That is
he don't want to have to pay him.
That is his problem. Bill's going to have to adapt. They're 2-4 in the division. And I said that they were going to win that division. I slept on Miami and Buffalo. I'm putting myself out there. I said they were going to win that division.
But I would say you're being too hard on yourself and Bill right now. T, you hit us with hot take T.
Here's what I'm going to say. They better figure it out. Because here coming up in the next week or so, next couple weeks, let me go over here because I'm pulling up the schedule. They got the Bills coming home. They got Bills next. Let me see. Yeah, this week it says first. So they got the Bills at the Bills. They get a homecoming game against the Jets. Then they got
I just talked it. All right.
But no, I mean,
all right.
If they lose to the Jets, blow the whole season up.
All right.
No.
Okay. But
Adam Gates will not let that happen.
At Bills, then they got the Ravens in 2 of the next 3 weeks. They better figure it out. What you want to be? What you gonna do?
He lost. Okay. All right.
Because
you caught me off guard. I didn't know you were bringing that smoke. I wasn't even prepared for that kind
because
of
smoke. What I'm seeing is think about the Super Bowls that they've won in the last couple of years, or just they played in. Like the Rams game was a defensive effort.
Defense.
It was all defense. And if it wasn't for that defense, he might call it L.
So that's what I'm saying. He had a lot of defensive players stay at the crib because of COVID.
I mean, last year was defense.
I know.
Yeah, and they won the division.
I know. But you telling me Demir Bird, Jacoby Myers, and an aged Julian Edelman, and no tight end we can name. This is the first time I can't name a good tight end.
N'Keal Harry.
I can't argue against that. So you saying he's kind of like my Packers. He didn't use draft capital on a skill guy. He should have used draft. I'm using draft capital. That's the sexy word in sports media now. Draft capital. He didn't use a damn draft pick on a skill guy. Okay.
Here's my pushback though. When he knew that Tom was gonna be going out the door, I really think Bill probably expected this year not to go well because he didn't know if Cam wasn't available when they knew Tom was gone. He was gonna be left with Steed, as they say. So I'm thinking he expected to, drop off some. I do think he felt like he was still gonna have his defense. So
he lost to the
by his defensive guys not coming. I think that kind of threw a wrench in his plan.
But he lost to the Broncos, who didn't score a touchdown in that game.
I understand. That's rough.
How you do that?
That's rough.
And for the Dolphins, it seems like that's what carrying them too. Cause them Dolphins got the number 2 defense in the league right now.
They actually pretty good.
What,
scoring defense. They giving up 18.8 points per game. That's better than the Rams. That's better than the Bears. I'm naming teams that people to be thinking defense. That's better than the Bears defense. That's better than y'all defense. That's better than the Bucks defense. Dolphins, number 2, behind only the Ravens. We're going to see about your y'all Niners next week against y'all boy.
Bang, bang, Niner game.
We're going to put Debo in the backfield. Debo going to run the ball for us this week.
Debo hurt. He out.
Debo, he is out. Show is. God.
I told you we can't stay healthy.
I forgot about that.
It's going to have to be Brandon Ayuk.
We got Roger Craig coming back.
All right.
We might need him.
Might need Roger Craig.
Go. Subscribe to our daddy's YouTube channel. He's the best. Hit the like button, turn on the notifications.